Uh, Good morning, dear students. Ma'am, shall we start the session?
Yes, ma'am. I'll start the
Uh,
recording.
yeah, ma'am, just wait for like 2-3 minutes. Once I say, then you can start with the recording.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, dear students. I welcome you all for today's session. As well as I welcome each and everyone for your second semester. Before moving on, can you all turn on your videos? Dear students, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
You're audible.
so can you all turn on your videos? Yeah. Yeah, so in today's class, I will just brief you all with the syllabus, and maybe in the next session, we will start from the first module. So before that, I would like to congratulate all the students. You have done your first semester papers. I mean, you've done all your exams so very well, and we are so happy to see your papers. I really appreciate everyone's effort. Though you all are into working professionals, and you have taken time to to spend some time for your academics. So I appreciate, and I also congratulate all the students. Keep up the spirit for the rest of the 3 semesters and so on. Okay. So having said this, for your second semester, uh, dear students, for your second semester, you'll be having 6 theory papers and 2 practical papers. So your um, so theory papers, it includes positive psychology, social and group processes, biological process 2, experimental designs and psychological statistics, theories of learning, and last paper is on introduction to sports psychology. So these are the theory papers for your second semester, and your practicals will have experiments in cognition, which includes memory and learning, and the second practical will be on experiments in positive psychology. So your assignments will remain the same, the format, the writing pattern, everything will remain the same. To follow the same, and uh, submit it on time, okay? And make sure you mention your name, your all your credentials, like your name, your register number, the subject name, whether it is assignment 1 or 2. So accordingly, you try to mention all of that, and try to submit your assignments in the portal before the deadlines. So also the calendar of events is also being shared with you all. So kindly refer to the same, and follow the same, and do all your work accordingly. Any doubts, any clarifications, do mail it to us and or raise a ticket. We will try to revert it back. Okay. Thank you, dear students. Thank you all for wishing us. Yeah, so any doubts, any clarifications?
Ma'am, I am from Jan batch. I
Okay.
don't see semester 2 in my portal.
Sorry,
I can't see semester 2 part in my portal.
what's your name?
Raghavendra, 800750.
Okay, I'll just make a note of it and maybe our team will get back to you.
Okay.
Can you repeat it?
800750. Name is Raghavendra.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, dear students, any doubts, any clarifications?
Ma'am, like what kind of combinations do we have for this semester?
This semester, you will not have any elective course or any specialization course. In the third and fourth semester, you will be having your electives as well as your specializations.
Okay,
This
so this,
semester, you just have theory papers like your previous semester, like how you all had 5 theory papers and 2 practical. So in the same way, you will be having 6 theory papers and 2 practical papers.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, madam. This is
Yes.
Deepak here.
Yes, Deepak.
This second semester, all this study material will be uploaded in LMS, or we have to wait till result?
No. Your results has nothing to do with your assignments. So if you look into your calendar, the commencement of academic session as well as the assignment one will be open from today. Okay, so you just refresh your portal and go back to LMS and just check it out, and maybe you will find it.
And what is the date? Actually, just now I joined 5 minutes late.
Yeah. From today, your assignment questions will be kept open in your portal, and try to, take up the questions and write your answers and try to submit your assignments in the.
When is the last date for submission of assignment one?
Just check with the calendar, no? Padma ma'am.
Okay.
Just a second. Okay, maybe at the end of the session, I'll give you the details. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, I have first semester psychometry and research backlog because I didn't give the exam.
Okay.
That one, and I have to give my second assignment for the same, and I have not given one practicals also.
Okay, ma. Gauri, you try to take it up in this semester, okay? Try to clear all your backlog papers, and this is for all students. Try to clear all your backlog papers because in your third and fourth semester, you will be having the extra activities like internship, field study report, all of that. So don't try to keep all the backlog papers at the end. Make sure you clear it in this semester. You can submit your assignments, Gauri. Access will be given to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you can submit it. Make sure you do it on time before
Yes,
the submission date.
Yes, ma'am. It will be informed before, ma'am.
Sorry?
It will be informed before, no, ma'am. Submission date will be.
Yes. It will be notified to you.
Oh,
Ma'am, what would be the mode of examination?
I think it will be notified to you all because even I have no idea. Anyway, our higher ups will take a call on it, and they will try to notify it to you all. Prior a month, the exam timetable will be sent to you all, so follow the same. And
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my query is not related to the academics, but a little bit towards the portal. In the sense, now that we have come to second semester, will the portal be updated and updated with the new subjects in the same
Yes.
place,
Yes.
or in the
Yes.
sense, so we'll have the access to our old portions, right?
You will be, I mean, access will be given to you all for your new papers.
Yeah, but what about
Yeah.
the old ones? But if we have a backlog or something, maybe later we get the access.
Yeah. If you just let us know, if you could just mail it to us, then accordingly we will try to give access.
Okay, so the portal will get refreshed accordingly, for the second semester,
Yes.
right? Okay. So it will be done today because I think yesterday also it wasn't.
Okay, I'll just check it out. What's your name?
Ma'am, I'm Jayashree Shruti. 800678. No, I was just asking generally, so like how is the portions, kind of updated, or is it added on to the same portal?
It is all there in the portal, ma. You can refer to it.
Okay, sure, ma'am, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So
This is Rupa. Actually, the portal is not updated. I mean, the portal.janeonline.com. It's not updated. We still see the semester one courses only. However, the lms.janeonline has all the courses there, but it doesn't have anything from September 2022. When I was trying to join the session, I had a little trouble doing it from the laptop. I'm doing currently from the the app. So I think the app is directly taking us to the current sessions, but still on the web, I mean, in the laptop mode, I'm still trying to figure where I can find positive psychology. I mean, I do see the live session, but the other courses are from the previous
Rupa,
ones.
Just to answer that, ma'am, I have joined through the laptop itself and it's working just fine. Maybe you need a little bit of refresh.
yeah,
Uh,
just try to
like
refresh
positive
and
psychology revised joint meeting is there, ma'am, which says like live session 5th September at 10:30 a.m. That I can find, but the positive psychology course as in is from the previous sessions like 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. I can see that, but the current 2022 is not available yet.
okay, I'll ask our team to look into it, Rupa.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So, dear students, any
Queries
doubts?
later.
Yes.
Thank
Maybe
you.
you can just note it down. At the end of the session, we will discuss. Okay. So I asked you all to turn on your video because this session will be more on interaction session. So I want you all to respond. Maybe after that we can start with the session.
Recording in progress.
So this is just to give you the understanding, like how our discussions, the discussions of today will help us in understanding further concepts in positive psychology. So dear students, before getting into the subject positive psychology, we will understand, or I will so in today's scenario, like in every individual's life or every individual's surrounding, we are going through lot of challenges, lot of new commitments, roles, responsibilities, pressure, stress, anxiety. So how are you all managing? For you all it will be difficult, right? Because you all are working professionals, and for you all it will be quite difficult to manage the academic part as well as your professional development, or your career, or your family life. So how are you all balancing? Can I get response from you all? So is
Actually, it
it
is not
difficult?
balancing, ma'am.
One by one? Yes,
Yeah.
Raghu.
Actually, it is not balancing. We are getting stressed also.
Okay. Any other responses?
Yoga helps.
Sir,
Actually, we need a evening class or a weekend class because these all are working professional, very tough to manage in office and joining the session.
Okay, okay.
I am keeping a systematic timetable, allotting the
Good,
work,
good.
study, exercise, everything. And also I kept a Excel sheet for the
Good, good. Okay, so what's your name, ma'am?
Beena. I'm 63 year young.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That is awesome, Beenaji.
Okay, any other responses?
Yoga helps.
We are
Yoga,
setting time.
meditation.
One by
Yeah.
one by
Yeah,
one,
so we
yes.
are setting time aside, like, I think, like, passion is what gives us time for academics.
Okay.
Like, that's what it works for me.
Yeah, to add to that, I think time management is very important here. If you
Okay.
actually, dedicate
Ma'am, for me, it's
specific time,
about
and
making sure that
also,
in each and every day, however busy I might get, I take some time out for myself. Like if I'm going to take some time out for studies,
Mhm.
if I take time out for my kids, if I take time out for the house, I also take time out for me as an individual. And it could be about doing, sitting and doing some sort of an art or reading a book or going out for a walk or going up for a cup of coffee with my friends. I make sure at least, I mean, every day I try to make it happen, at least, if not, then at least 5 days of the week.
Along with yoga and meditation, there is like being positive in the situations and try to make out some time for myself.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay. Okay.
Taking a break from your regular activities, let's say the work,
Okay.
those things, it will really help you. So you feel refreshment after you're going on some vacation or whatever that you are doing every day, and you are taking a break from it.
Okay. So can I get response from 36089? Ma'am, you were giving your response in between
yeah,
someone joined. Yes,
thank
continue.
you. I was
Yes.
just saying how time management is very crucial to actually, surviving this day-to-day rut. And to add to it, I think pursuing one odd hobbies, it helps. And like other people mentioned here, taking time out for yourself is very important.
Okay. So thank you all, dear students. So coming back, now you all have learned what is positive psychology. It deals with, mind and behavior, the relationship between mind and behavior, and also it embraces the other disciplines or other aspects like it could be cognitive, it could be the internal state like the physiological process, it could be health wise, it could be one's personality. So you all have an idea like how a positive psychology will work. But coming to your responses, like people, I mean, you were giving like you should have this time management, you should have you, though in spite of busy schedules, you will spend time for yourself, you will make time for yourself. Some said that they will practice yoga. For some it is difficult to manage, difficult to manage their personal work or their professional work as well as this academic thing. Some are stressed out, some are, they are aligned to their work. Now if you see how psychology will let's say like psychology will help us in our day to day life, as well as it deals with the mental disorders or different intervention techniques. So by using these techniques, we can heal those disorders, right? Now, coming back to your responses, will you think that all these interventions will work for you all? Are you all there?
It depends.
It
Okay.
it
So,
does actually to a great extent. I mean,
okay. So
to
you,
each their own.
okay. So you all have your priorities, okay? You have your priorities like your family, your like your personal development, your career growth. So out of all this, can you all again? I want you all to give your responses. How happy you all are? How happy are you all? Are you all happy?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Students, I request you to mute yourself. Yeah. Turn on your video, but stay muted. Yeah. Please go ahead. How happy you all are. How, and also how satisfied you all are. If I ask you, usually people ask, how are you all? How was your family? How was your work going on? How was your life and all? But my question to you all is, how happy you all are.
I feel happiness
One by one.
and
Yes,
satisfaction
Rupa.
are relative terms.
Sorry. Sorry.
I feel happiness and satisfaction are relative terms. Like
Okay.
sometimes you get happy even for the tiniest of things, but sometimes I mean it's relative. That's it. I mean everybody experiences it in different ways, and even one person also experiences it in a different way as they age or depending on the situations they are in.
Okay. Dear students, don't give me the definition or book related definition. Just give your responses like how happy you all are. Maybe you can share any incident that made you all happy, like in last few weeks. Okay. Keep it short and simple. Let's give chance to others also. Yes.
I feel that happiness, again, what she mentioned right now, is a very relative. You can't be happy all the time. You can't be satisfied all the time. So I did a very challenging, if I'm talking about my experience, I would say I did a very challenging trek. And that made me very happy after I accomplished that, very satisfied. So it is, again, depends upon what you're doing. Or maybe, when my daughter performed very well in her exams, that also made me happy. So it is, again, it happens. It cannot be it's a curved line. It cannot be straight always. I cannot be happy throughout the day. I cannot be satisfied. But yes, certain incidents would make it happier. Or a day I would rate, and a day that when there are a lot of events that made you happy or feel accomplished or what I have done, I'll feel happier that day. I would say like that.
I think also it depends from the situation to situation, or by the role that we are playing. Maybe as a wife I'm happy, I'm a mother as a happy. Maybe at work I'm not happy, and it also depends on the priority that we are giving to. Maybe I think at any point somewhere or the other we are unhappy, but if I take as a percentage wise, I think I can divide that. Okay, I'm happy. There are certain areas where I'm not happy also.
Okay.
But if I have to say if I'm happy or not, I would say definitely I'm happy.
Good, good. Sarah. Yeah. Thank you all again. Yeah. So now coming back to what positive psychology is. So, or how, or where in the world does a science-based on testing happiness, our well-being, our personal growth, good life. So how do we measure all of these terms in this modern day or in this agenda? So here, positive psychology, it more deals with uh, an individual's happiness or a well-being. It could be subjective well-being or psychological well-being. It deals with life satisfaction. It deals with flourishing, human thriving. So these are the a few terms wherein positive psychology it deals with. But when we talk about the definition of positive psychology, so what is positive psychology? So before briefing you all with the syllabus, I'll just give you all the introduction to what positive psychology is all about. So here Positive psychology is the study of human flourishing and an applied approach to optimal functioning. Okay, so it is a human flourishing as well as the optimal functioning, and also it is the study of an individual's strengths, virtues, which will enable the individuals and communities or different organizations to thrive. So thrive meaning to grow. Okay, so positive psychology, it focuses on human flourishing, the optimal functioning, human strengths and virtues, again, which will help the self as well as the group of people around, the different communities or different organizations to grow forward or to move forward. Next, the term positive psychology, it was first coined by Abraham Maslow in his book called Motivation and Personality in the year 1954. So he came up with his theory, or he Abraham Maslow, he came up with his personality theory, which focuses on self actualization. So how an individual can fulfill his or her the different kinds of needs, like let's say from the basic need to the self actualization. So he gave, or he coined this term positive psychology. Also, talking about further the different contributors towards positive psychology, here we have another pioneer called Martin Seligman, who's credited as the father of positive psychology, and his efforts towards this positive psychology explores more on human potentials. And coming back to this positive psychology, it is the scientific study of an individual's good life. Okay, so here good life, or the different positive aspects of the human experiences that make life worthy, or life worth living. So again, this discipline, positive psychology, this discipline, it focuses on both the individuals as well as the societal well-being. Okay, it is not only to do with ourselves, or it is not only to do with individual, it also focuses on the societal well-being. And positive psychology, it again deals with different positive aspects of human life, such as I mentioned, it could be happiness, well-being, and flourishing. So it deals, positive psychology, it deals with happiness, well-being, as well as flourishing. Now, coming back to the strengths and virtues, how it helps us in how it helps us to um, uh, grow or move forward. So it is not only to do with self, but if we are happy, if we are satisfied, if we are, if our mental state is fine, or if we are happy enough, these um, uh, these gestures, or these will help us, or these will influence in building relationship with other people, or your the individual's happiness might, in one or the other way, it might help the other people. So by seeing your energy, by seeing the way you are living, or the presence of self might influence other people, so this will help them also to cope up, or this will help them to come back. Okay, so it is not only we are benefiting out of happiness, satisfaction, well-being, but also it will help other people to grow, or it will help other people to move on. So positive psychology, it more focuses on optimal functioning of an individual. Now, wherein other branches like abnormal psychology, child psychology, developmental psychology, so different branches or different disciplines in psychology, it deals with different aspects or it has different purposes to be served. But coming back to this, let's say if it is abnormal psychology, it deals with dysfunctions, distress, abnormal behavior. But whereas positive psychology, it is centered on helping people becoming more happier, or it is not only you being happier, but also you tend to help other people to become more happier. Now the question could be like how people become more fulfilled and achieve their full potential. So do you have anything that is available, that or anything that is ready made to achieve your goal, or to achieve your happiness? So how do you all get your happiness, or how do you all get this satisfaction, or how do you get this strength? So is it that you buy somewhere, or is it available at your workplace? How is it?
It's all in your mind.
Okay. Any
When
other
we,
responses?
when we are achieving a
It's
goal,
something that's internal, no, ma'am?
Okay, good.
I
when
feel
we,
it's like
Happiness
giving
comes
the
from within.
best to any
One by one.
situation.
Yes, Aditya.
It is like giving your best in any situation.
Okay.
Happiness
Mr.
is a journey. It's a journey, and you reach a point when you're not happy. Doesn't mean there is a state where you're not happy, but that doesn't mean you're sad.
Okay, good. Okay, so dear students, just raise your hand. Okay, one by one, we can get the responses. Now, so it is something internal, but some told like happiness, or we cannot stay happy for a longer period of time, or it depends on the situation, or it depends on the work that we do, or it depends on the environment that we live. But happiness, again, it can be divided into two different types. Yes, Sama, what is it?
I think for me also, what I was also trying to say was that it is an internal thing, right? And it's constantly changes.
Okay, yeah.
Like, because and it I don't think sometimes it I think, and it can be both. It's dependent on external factors, but it's majorly about how your current state of mind is and how you internally are.
Okay.
But I think maybe is a fault where we base our happiness on external factors when we should, in fact, find that from within.
Okay, good. Yeah, so coming back to this, like how people become more happier or achieve their full potential. Now, positive psychology, so other branches, it deals with disorders, different mental disorders. So if we find such problems, we tend to go get it treated in terms of interventions, in terms of different therapies, in terms of medications. So we get them treated. But happiness is not something like that. You don't get it everywhere, or you don't get them ready made or in hand. It is not, it is not uh, a type where you consume it and you get well, or it is healed. So happiness, satisfaction, individual strengths, virtues, it all depends. So it is individual or the self who has to identify it, or we should help each other uh, to to flourish or to grow. It is not only we grow, or we reach, or we achieve our goal, but also at the same time we should help, or we should give a lending hand to the other people also to grow, as well as other people also to come up. Okay, now we have two different people, like Martin Seligman and Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. So they described positive psychology, and they define positive psychology as, I'll just read out for you all. They say that we believe that a psychology of positive human functioning will arise that achieves a scientific understanding and effective interventions to build thriving in individuals, families, and communities. So it is not only achieving achieving or thriving, but also building each one of us, building individuals, building families as well as. So once we are happy, this happiness might influence our family. So once our entire family is happy, or it is it is in a good mental state, or if it is going on well, then this will influence the society. So this is how we tend to build a happiness, as well as the other different concepts. Now yeah now coming back to the history of positive psychology. So coming back to the history of psychology, here before World War II, psychology had three distinct missions. Okay, three distinct missions. Like one is curing mental illness. Second is making the lives of all people more productive. Thirdly, we have fulfilling and identifying and nurturing high talent. So this was the main mission of psychology, and they were concentrating on these three different aspects. But shortly after World War II, the primary focus, or the entire focus of psychology, shifted to the first priority in treating abnormal behavior as well as the mental illness. So after the World War II, what happened was the entire focus, or psychology gave importance, or the importance was given to mainly treating abnormal behaviors and mental illnesses, because after the war they could find like lot of people were under stress, and lot of people were having different issues, or different disorders. So psychology started focusing on those aspects, and it completely gave importance to human mental illness, the different illness that people were going through. After which, like during 1950s, like humanistic thinkers such as like Carl Rogers, Eric Fromm, Abraham Maslow, so they came forward, and they renewed the interest in other different areas by developing their theories, which focused on happiness and positive aspects of human nature. So when people were only into distress, a lot of issues or illness, so this was all around. But what happened was, later on, they people came like people or psychologists came forward, like Carl Rogers, Abraham Maslow. So they came forward in renewing. So it is not only to do with abnormal behaviors of an individual, it is also to find out what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, how happy they can become. So these thoughts pop up, or these thoughts came into their mind. So that's how they came forward, and they renewed the interest of psychology to positive psychology. So they came up by contributing their theories, which for all those theories which focuses on positive aspects of human nature. Okay, so it is only to do with positive side, it is not to do with the negative aspects or the abnormal behavior or illness. So it is also to do with positivity, or it is also to do with positive or it is also to do with individuals happiness. So by finding all of this, how individual can get back, or how individual can become or come back to the normal state. Okay, so this is how they came up with building theories, or giving contributing theories towards positive psychology. Next, in the year 1998, Seligman, Martin Seligman, he was elected as the president of American Psychological Association, and positive psychology became the main theme in that particular period. And Martin Seligman is called as the father of positive psychology. Now, coming to the term positive psychology, I told it was coined by first it was coined by Abraham Maslow, and later on different pioneers contributed to this particular field, and that's how positive psychology emerged. And it completely focuses on thriving or optimal functioning, or it focuses on mental well-being, it focuses on happiness, it focuses on strengths, virtues, and so on. So research in positive psychology, we could find a lot of research findings on these concepts or on these aspects like happiness, satisfaction, and all of that. But here research says that people are generally happy, and they also say that money doesn't necessarily buy well-being, but spending money on other people can make individuals happier. So this is one research that which says that money doesn't buy an individual's well-being. Instead, spending money on other people can make people more happier. Then the best way to combat disappointments and setbacks, it involves strong social relationships as well as the character strengths. So it is not only that we cannot say that I can achieve everything, or I can do this, I can reach to this level. So we alone cannot do something. Okay, we alone uh, we alone will not be able to do things. Okay, at quite a times it might be difficult for us to face the different situations, or to take up the new challenges, so we need someone to help us, right? So another research, it says that all our disappointments, so suppose if we say that or I will say that I can do this, I can achieve this, and by doing that particular task I might get disappointments. Okay, so this disappointments might, in fact, it might affect my day to day functioning. Okay, so I'll keep thinking the same thing, or I will not be able to cope up. But when I lend, or when I get other people beside me, or when I get their support, I tend to achieve certain things, or I tend to achieve my goal, or I tend to reach the target. So there we have the relationship. There it is a kind of building. It is not only taking their help, but also building relationship with the other people. So when you have relationship with the other people, you automatically tend to become more happier. And it also says that work can be important to well-being, especially when people are able to engage in work that is purposeful and meaningful. So here another research says that work is important to all of us. Okay, for you work is important, for me work is important, but all of us can work. Okay, all of us can complete a given task, achieve a target, but it is a part of life. Okay, work is part of life. But when we find, by doing that work, or while doing that work, if we find purpose in it, if we find meaning in it, we tend to become more satisfied, we tend to become more happier. Okay, so work is not only important in our life, but work is also important to to achieve, or to get our happiness back, to get satisfaction to our life. And next we have, people can learn to be happier and develop optimism, gratitude, and altruism. It says that it is not only to do with building relationship, but one can learn to become happier by developing optimism, positivity, focusing on positivity, focusing on individuals' strengths, and by showing gratitude or optimism, gratitude, and altruism. So all three put together, you might become more happier, or you might tend to develop happiness within you.
Ma'am, slides are not moving.
Yes, yes. I'm just giving you the gist of it. Okay. Now, pursuing a good and meaningful life will predict greater life satisfaction overall. So it says that uh, when we find meaning in our life, we tend to grow, or we tend to reach greater heights, and automatically we have this life satisfaction in an individual. Now, next we have three pillars in positive psychology. So three pillars, we have the three different pillars in positive psychology are positive experiences, positive individual traits, positive institutions, wherein it helps us to understand positive emotions, and also it entails the study of contentment with the past, and also happiness in the present, and also hoping for the future. So these are the three different pillars in positive psychology. Now, some psychologists have suggested that happiness consists of three distinct elements. So the three distinct elements could be the pleasant life, the good life, and the meaningful life. And the major topics in positive psychology, it deals with happiness, optimism and helplessness, mindfulness, flow, character strengths and virtues, hope, positive and negative affect, resilience. So these are the different concepts, or different aspects wherein we tend to understand what positive psychology is all about. So this is just the introduction of positive psychology. Now, moving on with the syllabus of positive psychology, we have 5 modules. So the first module, it deals with introduction and historical overview, wherein it focuses on redefining mental health, positive directions in diagnosis and interventions, the future of positive psychology and its applications, positive psychology in children, aging well, and also lastly we have how positive psychology can be applied, or can be um, acquired in with physical disability people, or physically challenged people. So these are the some topics wherein we will be discussing in module 1. Coming back to module 2, we have emotion focused approaches. So here in this second module, we have subjective well-being, wherein it focuses on the signs of happiness as well as the life satisfactions. Also understanding and next is on understanding and developing resilience. Next concept is on flow, positive and one second. Positive emotions, and understanding the role of predisposition to experience positive emotional states. So this is another concept in module 2. And lastly, we have pillars of self-esteem and humor. So these are the few concepts in module 2. Going forward, we have module 3, which deals with cognitive approaches or cognitive focused approaches. So in module 2, it was on emotional or emotion focused approach. In module 3, we have cognitive focused approach. So here we have creativity. So creativity, again, it comes under cognitive processes, right? So it is the cognitive aspect or cognition of an individual. So creativity is the first concept. Next, we have by using creativity, how individual can become an optimistic person, or how creativity and optimism are related. Next, we have hope theory. Next, it is on self-efficacy, problem solving appraisals, also setting goals for life and happiness. Next concept is on wisdom. Next is on learning a life sustaining perspective. So these are the different concepts which deals with cognitive approaches, and also how positive psychology will influence the different cognitive approaches. Coming to this fourth module, we have interpersonal and social approaches. So uh, uh, how one can get along with the environment, or how one can get along with the society. So firstly, we have compassion. Next concept is on empathy and altruism. Next, we have love, forgiveness, gratitude, kindness. So these are the important concepts in module 4. And also we have development of moral motivation. So it acts as a universal fairness and justice, and also positive psychology at workplace and leadership. So these are the few concepts which helps us in getting connected with the outside world, as well as these come under social approaches. Lastly, we have module 4, which gives us the picture of looking beyond, or how individual can look beyond. So we have spirituality. Under that, we have religiousness, faith, and purpose. So what is religiousness, or what is spirituality? So how faith, purpose, religiousness, spirituality are connected with each other. So next we have cross-cultural perspectives. Next we have folklore intelligence from across different cultures of the world. So these are the again some concepts that we will be studying in module 5. So these are the 5 different modules in positive psychology. And from next class, we will be we'll get into this first module on introduction and historical overview. So we will try to schedule the class at the earliest, and it will be notified to you all. Try to make some time and attend to the session, so that it will be uh, uh, easy to understand. It is not only to study psychology or different subfields, but also we should focus or we should give importance to ourselves, or we should um, uh, improve ourselves by knowing our strengths, knowing our existence, knowing our worth. And also let's understand like how positive psychology, how to operate positive psychology in an individual's life. So by studying these, we will learn and understand more concepts. So so far, I hope it is clear. Any doubts, any
Yes, sir.
clarifications?
Madam, just one request. Initially, also have sent the mail. Arranging of class, kindly
Yes.
make in evening or so weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It will be more helpful because many of the classes we have missed, my friend and me. So this is sincere request. Kindly forward this message and just make it sure that it should be in weekend or evening time.
Sure, sure, sir. We'll try to
And ma'am,
work on this.
if it is not possible, at least inform us earlier. Not like this class, we have got intimation in the last night, so that we can take a break or some request or permission from the office.
Okay, okay, sure, sir. We will do that.
And this portal has not been updated. I think today may be uploaded.
Yes, I'll ask our team
Recording
to
stopped.
look into it
And
and
second thing, when this all the contents materials will be available.
sure. It is there in the portal. Dear students, your assignment questions are already there. Kindly refer to it. Any doubts, any clarifications, or if you're finding it difficult how to answer them, kindly mail it to us and we will be glad to help you all out in completing your assignments. Any more doubts, any more clarifications?
Nothing, ma'am. Happy Teachers Day, ma'am.
Sorry?
Happy Teachers Day, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Happy Teachers Day, Evangeline ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Dear students, if no doubts, shall we end the session? Yeah, so thank you.
Yes,
Happy Teachers Day, Evangeline ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So,
Ma'am,
thank you. Yes,
Eva ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am, I request Jan 22 batch MSc students to stay back. Or else they can leave the session.
I repeat, ma'am, can you mute everyone? Jan 22, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Only Jan 22 batch students, please stay back.
The rest can leave. Dear students, thank you all for your wishes. Thank you for your time, and thank you all for attending to the session. We'll see you in the next session. Till then, stay safe and have a nice day. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Jan 20.
Happy Teachers Day, ma'am.
Thank you all. Jan 2022 students stay back. The rest can leave. Thank you all. Ma'am, I think you can go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning, students. University has published academic calendar. Kindly check in your announcement section. And you all get access to your respective subjects tentatively in a day or by two. Then you can start take up your assignments. Is there any query?
Dear students, kindly refer to the calendar of events in the academic calendar of events in the announcement section and accordingly take up your assignments and submit it before the deadline or before the submission date in the portal. And also assignment files sent through mails will not be accepted or it will not be considered for grading. So kindly make sure you write your assignments and submit them. Okay. Ma'am, anything else?
Is there
Can
any
I,
query
ma'am?
from student end?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, practicals during practicals exam time, like I missed that. I mean, some website problem was there. I couldn't able to submit on time my practicals document PDF, and I have sent through the mail. So I don't know that how much
You are
will be
from
accepted.
Jan 22.
Yeah, ma'am. Last this one.
Yesterday you didn't attend it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then you can take up your exams in subsequent semesters. I meant to say, like along with your second sem, you can take your semester one also.
Okay. Only this practical part, ma'am.
Yeah, got
Yeah.
it. I got it.
Yeah, ma'am. So the result will be, I mean, clear that as I am feeling.
Results you will be getting only for your theory papers if you have attended. Practicals, like it will be a backlog. You'll get your results along with your second semester's term and examination results.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Is there any query?
And when result will be published?
Deepak, yesterday the exams got over. Tentatively by this month end or first week of next month.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
I request please refer academic calendar of event university has published in your student portal. Please check in announcement section. And I also request kindly upgrade your application Learningo app to through the Play Stores. Here onwards, it has been named as Digiversity. Kindly upgrade your applications.
Ma'am, can you repeat the name?
Digiversity. Earlier it was Learningo app. Now it has been renamed to Digiversity. Those who are using Android, they can download from Android Play Stores, and iPhone, they can also download from the iPhone Play Stores. And link and all has been already shared. Please recheck, upgrade your application. Any query, students?
So shall we end the session, dear students, if no queries?
Sushmita, Deepak Kumar, Ganga
No
Prasad is there?
queries, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So thank you all, dear students. Thank you all. Thank you, Mamta ma'am.
Thank you, Eva ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.